This is Furniture and Meat, another in the series of episodes that he has not seen. And by the way, we do have a Rainicorn here as well.
We also have Jake too.
And Jake too. She's gonna say hello right now. Say hello, Rainicorn.
Annyeong!
Wow, it's like she has two voices. It's those double vocal cords that Rainicorns have, yeah. So, so this is Furniture and Meat. I love the title.
Yeah. I didn't know where it was going with that.
So it starts off, Finn and Jake are like, we have all this money, what should we do with it? They never really thought about it. They just liked collecting it because they liked going on adventures and they got rewards and loot and stuff. So finally they decide to apparently put it to good use. So they go to the Wildberry Kingdom and they just put a bunch of money in the fountain, not really knowing what to do with it, and they buy the guard off who's gonna arrest them, but they're just like, oh yay, and walks off. And then they get too greedy, because they figure out how to spend money. Again, sort of, kind of, apparently. And they just sort of pay people to do silly things, particularly Jake. And eventually they go too far and they're gonna, they get too cocky and too powerful, and they're like, okay, we gotta get rid of this, so they're gonna give it to Wildberry Princess, except that Jake wants to sit on her, which, So he does that in a way you wouldn't think, not the way you're thinking, necessarily.
Then again, maybe it is the way they're thinking.
Yeah, it could be, from maybe you're 5 watching this, and you're just like, oh, he turned small and sits on her. Yes, that's what you're all thinking. And he goes and gets her really angry, and so she tries to have them boiled in liquid gold, but then BMO comes to save the day as Robin Hood, because that's her thing now. And they take, she gets them out and they go home. They just have 1 coin left and they now put it in their big treasure room because now it's going to be starting the beginning of more getting a booty. So it's kind of straightforward. It's what you think it's going to be, but I think there's something funny about the idea. I like that because people always say, money's the root of all evil and stuff. I sort of like it's the spending of the money is what you do with the money, and in turn what that kind of does to you, because it's like they've had the money for a long time, and this is just a world where, at least for them, I mean, they don't have to pay any rent. They just sort of got stuff, made their tree, and they're able to find food on their own. And Naruto, crazy kitty. And yeah, they seem to find, so then I like the idea of them learning how to spend.
Yeah.
Learning how to be greedy, essentially.
Like, they just don't get the whole spending. I mean, because, even stuff they get from, Choose Goose and whatnot, it's like they never have to pay for anything. It's just like they're always given it because they're always doing good things for everyone else.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, spend? Spend?
Yeah, and it's sort of like if anyone was learning this is kind of how it would go, I think. It's like, wow, we can make people do stupid things? That's kind of funny. Let's do it again. And they don't realize how, really power hungry and terrible they're becoming.
Oh, but that'd be so much fun, though.
Well, and we kind of saw that. I mean, it's like when Finn comes out covered in that purple jelly, which is, I mean, he's probably just killed one of those berry guys. He's, covered with it. So it had a few good laughs. It, it's not like one of my big favorites or anything, but, it's totally serviceable and fine, and, kind of teaches, like I said, kind of an obvious lesson, but at the same time, it's it's not just them getting money, they've always had the money, which I think is good kind of for kids, that it's not getting the money or having a lot of money, it's sort of what you do with it and how you spend it. So, I thought it was fun.
I want to do that. I wish I had that much money to just kind of run around and... It's
fun. I've done a lot. It's great fun.
I mean, the best part is that, it's not like this money really means anything to them. And then, they find out, oh, people are willing to do stupid crap just for this? And I'm sorry, I like what Jake said. They're doing it because they want to. They can say no. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I kind of have to agree with that. If people are dumb enough to do... if they're dumb enough to eat the money to get the money, they're being stupid and they kind of get what they deserve. I mean, if you're that dumb... I mean, I did like the guy who's the dancer, and he's dancing boring. I'm bored now. Do it more. And he's throwing all the coins at him, and it makes me think of Mystery Science Theater. She is an artist. Do not throw pennies at her. And it's like, yeah, the guy turned into a hooker. Or a stripper. That people were just throwing coins at.
Boy, I missed that one. Well, which one is that one from?
No. In this.
Oh.
In Misty, no, they say, she's an artist, don't throw pennies at her.
Oh, okay.
And, that's what Jake turned and started doing.
Mm.
He started just throwing random coins at the guy who was dancing, and I'm like, oh my god, it's like he's a stripper all of a sudden. It's not that he's a good dancer or anything like that.
A ballet stripper.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, if he was willing to dance, I mean, there you go. The guard had the best idea, though. Don't do that! Don't do that! I did like the song, that little song. Money.
Yeah, I like that too.
Money.
I want that on. I want a recording of that or something because I thought that was I was thinking that too. Like, I really kind of dig that you do money. Money. What I like to see actually during that scene, I'd love to see someone make a video game, if not of this scenario, just someone else, just a rich guy going off, and it's how much he can pay off all these people to do terrible things. Just I need 10,000, 20,000, okay, cop goes away. It just keeps going. So how quickly can you get the money bags to people before they arrest you?
I'd play that.
Yeah, there's a clever commentary game in there somewhere.
We're also missing a few points here. Well, for one, we saw Neptune. We also saw the tandem elephant. He returned. Finally, after all these episodes, and it was nice to see.
What is my punishment?
I'm glad to see what happened to him. I love that Beemo fires the elephant, which knocks the molten lava or melted gold onto the guard.
Yeah, that was very nice.
That's pretty rough and brutal. The guy's like, ah!
Once again, I mean, this plays into the flexible reality. I mean, why the hell couldn't Jake get out of those ropes? That makes no sense at all. Well, that's just part of the, whatever.
I just love Beemo being like, I was aiming for the rope. Bah! And then it got right in Jake's armpit.
Yeah, I just took it off.
I don't know, I found it funny and bizarre and strange, and for some reason, everyone always says, money's the root of all evil. Not really. And I think you're right. It's what you do with it.
Yeah.
And all of that stuff.
I mean, anything can be the root of all evil if you let it consume you.
Exactly.
And
Finn was not consumed by it. You saw the two personalities where Finn was kind of like, yeah, go do some cool stuff. We'll get some furniture and whatnot. But then when Jake started to get kind of a little bit bonkers, Finn's like, no, this is not really that cool. Mm-hmm. And, so it shows that not everyone can get corrupted by it.
Well, we went to the One Step camp. They invited us up on the that's a camp for children that have cancer.
Oh!
And we did the charity drive for them last year, and they invited us up, and it's really wonderful. I could do a whole video on that, but it's just funny that when people say, money is the root of all evil, it's just that black and white. I mean, I just want to see, whenever, they're using that donation, some good use, just thank you, remember, money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
It's just there's some things where it's no, money, if used right, anything, any tool, it can be good.
Oh, yeah.
You just have to know how to use it, not let it consume you, and not let it be, the one thing in life.
Yeah.
I think that black and white sort of way of looking at things is what gets people in those states to begin with. Money is good, money is bad. It's like anything.
Yeah.
It can be whatever you make of it.
I mean, it did, and a lot of people will bring up, well, apparently you've never been poor, or, something along those lines. It's like, being down numerous roads and whatnot, it doesn't matter if you come from a poor family, a rich family, or whatever. It's, again, what you do with it, how you deal with it, and all of that stuff. And I think a lot of people use their past experiences as a crutch instead of saying, oh, you know what? Not everyone that is rich is an ass. Mm. Not everyone that makes a ton of money is a total jerk-off, and they're just evil people. I think everyone should take a look at each person for who they are, not for what they have or don't have.
Yeah, and there's certainly, I actually know a couple people that, we both have. I think everybody has it, has known a lot of people of different, income. Some that are rich, some that are poor, some that are middle class, upper middle class, lower middle class, whatever. And every single one of them, uses their status just in a different way, or some are totally happy where they are, whether it be dirt poor or stinking rich, and some are miserable, whether it be dirt poor or stinking rich.
Yeah.
I mean, there are some people I just look at look at a person, I just say, how can you be miserable? You have all this stuff, a lot of people that do the lottery, I mean, if you're doing the lottery to think this is going to make me happy, it's not. It's just going to magnify whatever you're feeling at the moment.
Yeah.
But then again, I've seen people with, like, not a cent. I mean, just, like, nothing to their name, and just happiest people in the world. They have very few things. They don't need that many things, and they're just, they couldn't be happier. But again, that doesn't mean the money is what made that, or the lack of money, or whatever. Yeah. It's just whatever you do with yourself, however you see yourself with or without it.
Yeah.
So, we get deep. Rain a coin, why don't you close us out?
No, give me money. I need money, damn it!
Close us out, Rain a coin.